Hey, I'm starting off my week here at the visa office in Gifu City, and I have a great pile of paperwork I need to go inside and drop off to try to get permanent residency because I've been married for 3 years. Oh my god. Also been here for 5 years. Wow, time flies. So I'm gonna take this in and see if I got everything that I need. So let's go. Okay, so I do actually need a few more documents. Apparently I need 4 things from my husband and 2 more things for myself. And it looks like I need 2 more years for my husband's, kaze shoumeisho, and then noze shoumeisho, because like I needed 3 years and we thought that he only needed 1 year for each, but apparently we do need 3 years, so I need to get the remaining 2 years. And the rest I'm not too sure about. I think I need to copy his health insurance card. He also needs like 2 years of proof for some sort of insurance, and then something else. Yeah, I already sent him a picture. I have until the 14th, and apparently whenever I get the documents, I do not need to come back here to the Gifu office. I just need to mail them to the main office in Nagoya. So I'll do that, and then hopefully I'll have all of the documents I need. Hopefully this won't take too long. I have until the 14th, and I go back to work on the 13th, so that should be perfect. I've got a week to knock that out. So now I think I'm going to browse through the spiffy Gifu restaurant guidebook that comes with coupons to try to get me a $5 lunch somewhere in the Gifu station area, because I want to go fart around in Animate, because I haven't been there in over a year because of COVID-19, and finally things have settled down in Gifu a little. Okay. I think I'm going to get me some ramen, because I don't want to go somewhere dude would definitely want to go in this ramen. Looks pretty good. So number 6 here. I have now ventured back and forth quite a bit. First I went to City Hall to get dude's shoumeisho. I needed 4 more pages. I got that there, and then he texted me saying that for the tax thing I had to come to the tax office in Gifu City, so I drove all the way back to the area by Gifu Station again, and it turns out that I need his inkan, which throughout all this I haven't needed his inkan even once, so I actually was kind of surprised. So They gave me the paperwork and helped me fill out what I could fill out there, and then they told me to bring the rest of it back and, you know, get my husband's ink on. And then I'll bring it back tomorrow to actually get the documents that I need, because for some reason his wife's ink on is not good enough, I guess. Hey, so now I am back at the pension office, armed with not only my ink on, but also dude's ink on, because our paperwork should be complete, but just in case, because it takes 40 minutes to drive here from the house, so just in case I still need to stamp something, I have both of our ink on. So let's see if this is, if I can, yeah, let's see if I can finally get the last of the paperwork I have to run around for. Hey y'all, I just got back from my walk and this came like right when I was about to go out the door. It actually really surprised me. Now this is a large desk mat because, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see from the shop, but this is an oshiire, or actually a Japanese style closet, which looks like a giant table in the wall, I guess you could say. And the one here in the living room has become my computer area. And this is just like wood that actually gets dented and scratched pretty easily, and it's old. Like, this apartment is old, so like there's a couple of scratches that I did. There's a couple of scratches that are really old, so I got myself a huge desk mat to put down on here. Oh, something just fell. How to make the curled flat beam mat flat, which is like literally like roll it around the other way, which I would have assumed everyone knew. Are there people who don't know that trick? Like, what have you been doing with your life? So, oh yeah, that is pretty curled. I can see why you have to do it. I was thinking like just putting it flat and putting stuff on top of it would solve any roundness, but let's go ahead and follow the super basic advice and roll that around, and let me, you know, get my desk a little clearer so I can actually put this down. So yeah, so far I think I really like this mat. I like the light blue color, and of course most of my stuff is black because, well, that's just how computer stuff tends to be. And so yeah, let me get some more of the stuff back on here again to check out how it looks. Okay, cool. So now you can see I've got everything on here. I can now ditch my really old mouse pad I got when I first moved here. And yeah, I think I'm going to like being able to use my mouse wherever I darn well please. So yeah, I'm excited about getting some stuff done today. Hey y'all, so I have actually been learning Blender. It doesn't come up here very often, but originally I was actually a professional CG animator. I mostly did like mechanical stuff. I worked for an oil and gas company with engineers. And I always used 3ds Max. I also used Maya when I was still in school. And like, I haven't done much in the way of CG work for like, I don't know, pretty much 5 years. Dang, pretty much 5 years. Yeah, 2016 is whenever I came to Japan and I wasn't an animator anymore. And, well, various things, you know. Well, it's a long story. Maybe I'll go into that later. So yeah, I've had some anxiety about being creative and I've been getting back into it. And so far, I'm freaking delighted. I mean, like, it's like how sweet my work area is. I'm pretty much decided that I want to try to do something creative. about an hour a day, though of course, you know, once work starts up again, I'm allowed to do anything, even if it's just like a basic sketch or opening up an anatomy book and doing some, you know, studies where I just kind of like copy or practice the anatomy. So yeah, right now I'm making a donut. Apparently the Blender beginner's donut course is like the thing everyone does. So yeah, I decided to do a matcha donut. I think in the tutorial they're actually doing a strawberry one, but I like matcha donuts, so why not? Good morning, y'all. It's Saturday and I mostly have a free day today. Dude's running some errands today. I'm expecting an order from Amazon, so I'm hanging around. Also, I have some stuff I want to do on the computer. I'm almost done with the Blender tutorial the beginner Blender tutorial. I need to do the last step today, which is, you know, putting together the scene, and I assume doing the final lighting and the basic animation. And then at least I should know all the Blender basics. I also, because the Blender shortcuts throw me off. I'm much more used to them than I was, but I went ahead and printed out the Blender Guru tutorial cheat sheet because I keep wanting to default to 3ds Max hotkeys and or Adobe like After Effects and stuff like that, which, you know, don't necessarily work in Blender. Hey Google, stop timer. And what else am I going to do today? I don't know what else I'm going to do today. Computer stuff. Maybe I'll edit another video. I'm finally getting back into vlogging again. Sorry I slacked off. One of my goals this school year is to try to do a better job of staying on top of video editing because I have a painful amount of backlog. Actually, a large part of yesterday was spent organizing that backlog so I can just hopefully dive right into it. I wound up cutting a lot of the stuff that's just like, this is my life update type vlogs, or I didn't particularly do anything during the week. So those are just gonna get scrapped. Next video that I'm making, and by the time this video is up, it's probably already live, will be my birthday video. That's edited, and it sounds like it's about time to put my pasta in. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, pasta's on, and mostly just an easy day. Tonight I have Skype Japanese with my Japanese teacher, who also teaches at U of H Clear Lake. Before I came to Japan, I went to her classes in Clear Lake, and now she teaches me on Skype because I'm aiming for my N1. I never made an N2 video. I should probably do that. Hey y'all, so I've already finished the level 3 tutorials here on Blender Guru's beginner tutorials and have my cup. And it looks like I'm moving on to level 4, which will involve using this cup and my cute donut, which is currently in the same location as the cup, to make a scene and do some basic animation and rendering. I'm excited. A lot of my friends have commented that the modeling is good, but animation and Blender can be a little clumsy compared to like Max or Maya. Getting back to my roots, guys. Like, dude was funny, kind of funny because like, I think he knows that I was an animator, but like he's never seen me do anything animatory, and he was just kind of like, oh, you really can do this sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah. But yeah, he never saw me during that part of my life, huh? So let's pull up my renders so far. So right now, this is what the render of my donut looks like. I decided to do a matcha donut with pink sprinkles and little green balls. Honestly, I think white sprinkles would be better because that's something that a lot of donuts actually have here in Japan. And then, did I render it? Oh yeah, this is my coffee cup render. I did do the liquid a little bit differently from what he's had, because I think he had his base color set to white, which would make this area clear. But like coffee, when you look at coffee, for example, let me pull up the reference image. It's in JPEG, just open it. What? Just open the JPEG. So like usually, I mean, this one's got a bit of froth on it, but usually like it's this yellowish color. So I decided to set the base color to yellow to kind of get that effect up here. And then, oopsies, you can see the condensation around the edge of the glass. Not so much here because there's not enough detail and light for it to show up on, but here in the corners you can see it in this particular render. So yeah, time to So I just got home from Iaido practices. On the way home I got the new samurai burger that they have at McDonald's for dude night. And they're actually two different samurai burgers. I don't know which one's in which bag. But you see there, it says Samurai Mac, which is hilarious. Oh, both of the Samurai Macs are over here. どれはどれ？これはダブル肉。ダブル肉あげる。トマトいいの？私トマト取れる？野菜が欲しい。So I'm getting the one with the, oh, this is adorable. It's got like, oh, thank you, sweetie. It's got like the kimono and the hakama pattern on the wrapper. That's amazing. I love this. And then also we got chicken nuggets. So yay. Itadakimasu. So it's called the samurai burger because it's got this split down the center like it's been cut. Hey y'all, I'm gonna start folding up my hakama. And I don't think I've ever filmed this before, so I figured I would go ahead and film it. So like, I like to make sure the inside's tidy. And then, instead of flipping the hakama, I usually make sure that the bottom of the pleat, oh, sorry, you can't see the bottom of the pleats here, are tidy. And I just kind of like pinch this area and lay it flat and just make sure I'm holding this area and release. Then fold the hakama. Then you just have to arrange the top pleats like this. I like this method because it saves a lot of time, and often whenever you try to flip over the hakama to straighten out the back and then flip it back, like there's a high risk of messing up the side you just fixed. So this is quick and easy. My method. I can't remember if I learned this from someone. When you've been doing something for a long time, you kind of start forgetting whether or not you figured it out yourself or if someone taught you. I might have learned that from someone, but that's how I do that. And then afterwards, just arrange the himo. Today is not a hakama wash day. I barely sweat today. It's actually a little bit cool, but not cold. It's like the perfect day kind of temperature for practicing Iaido. And almost done. Oh. And with that, hakama folding is complete. It only took less than 2 minutes, and I was talking, explaining stuff. Hey, I'm almost done with the Blender donut tutorial. And as you can see, I've got the animation rendering right here behind me. And then it's compositing, and I've always done compositing in After Effects, but apparently you can do compositing in Blender. So, well, part of me wants to just like hurry up and like composite it the way I normally would. I'm learning Blender, so I'm going to follow along with the final tutorial to learn how to composite it all in Blender. So I'm kind of excited about that. Oh, that's pretty nifty. I think tonight we're going to have a Mexican dinner. Well, I guess Tex-Mex. It's fajitas. I can't get my headphones off. Help me. Alrighty, it looks like we're finishing up our Sunday with salmon fajitas. This was Dude's special request. Yeah.